Hello, my Cincinnati Cellos. This video is to practice your song Scherzo. I hope that by this time you have looked at the notes and maybe played through it a little bit. But in this video, I'm gonna work on very small sections and hopefully you can play along with me. So the way we're gonna do this is I'm gonna play a couple of measures and then I'm gonna give you some time to play it on your own. And if you need a little bit more time, you can just pause the video and keep and practice that section and then just hit the bottom again to continue. We're gonna play through the entire first page, okay? So I'm gonna be talking about some of the details on this piece and how we can just really improve our technique with it. The first thing that we have to figure out is the rhythm, right? So think about what kind of rhythm do you have on this piece. I'm going to give you a minute to think about it. And then I'm going to tap this beat on my metronome. And I want you to think about how the rhythm sounds with this beat. So if this is your quarter note, what is that rhythm gonna sound like? Listen to it again. Okay, so you probably guessed that these are 16 notes that we have throughout this entire first page. It's all 16 notes. So that's going to sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and the 2 E and the 1 E and the 2 E and the 1 E and the 2 E and the. Now I hope you notice that this piece is in 2/4. That means only how many beats per measure? That's right, 2. So this is gonna sound something like this in this tempo. Etc. Now, if you notice too, every 2/16 notes, the note changes for most of this first page. So we have to work on the coordination so that you play 2 notes, place your finger down, then cross the string. We always have to try to make our left hand go slightly faster than our right hand, okay? So I'm gonna do that again. Place. That's one way of practicing it, and I'm gonna let you do that on your own if you wish to practice that way. Now, the way that I would like to practice with you is by playing 2 measures at a time. So I'm gonna play 2 measures, then I'll let you play it on your own. And again, you can pause the video if you want. But I'm gonna try to talk through some details in the way. So also try to find a place that is comfortable for you to play so many fast notes. It's eventually gonna get faster. So for me, that's closer to the middle of the bow, and I made a mark on my bow that is right in the middle. So I know exactly where to place my bow, and it helps me visually stay in place. Okay, now here we go. Next 2. Then similar. Notice the shift to 4th position here and the crescendo that we have here. Next 2. Sorry, I'll let you play it. next two. This is the third line. Here, notice that there is an esforzando. That means that the first note is going to be louder than the rest. Now, remember that we are within the context of piano. So we just have that one G that we're going to play a little louder. And the way we're going to do that is by putting more weight on the bow, but also going faster, add more speed to the bow, like this. You try it? Good. Now let's do the next two measures, which are exactly the same. Good. Now we're on to the fourth line and we're back to piano. Here we go. Good. Notice in this part that we have C natural. So make sure you play F sharp with 3, C natural with 2. Moving on. Good. Next two measures. And next two measures. Good. This is measure 25. And 26. Good. The next two measures, notice that we have a crescendo onto the next line. So we're going to start small and really build up as we go on to fourth position. Try that. Good. Now, the last line of this first page, we're all in forte, and we start on that fourth position. It's just like a G major scale coming down. Try it. Good. Now make sure that you're still in forte, and we're going to play the last two measures. Just notice that at the very end of this page it says rit, e, dim. That means retardando and diminuendo. So retardando means slowing down and diminuendo means getting softer. So I'll do my best to show those two things, but remember that when we start, we are still in forte. Okay, I hope you made it all the way to the end of this video. If you did, great job, and thank you for practicing with me. Now, I just want to give you a few ideas for how you can practice even more after you've done all of this work. So the next thing will be to practice one line at a time without stopping, and just add one line at a time. No need to feel like you have to play the entire song right away. So I'm gonna show you a few different tempos, and I recommend that you only, if you have a metronome at home, that's great. If not, you can download one on your phone or computer, but it's ideal to practice with a metronome, and you can do increments of 5 beats. I wouldn't try to do more than 5 beats at once because you will feel really fast. But I'm gonna show you what it sounds like with 70 beats per minute. I'm gonna play the first 3 lines, no repeat, just to show you. And right before the 3rd line, I'm going to make sure that I bring my elbow and my entire hand to 4th position before I need to play that G. So it will look something like this from measure 11. Okay, so you want to anticipate that note and have your left hand ready to go. This is with metronome at 70. Etc. And now this is with the metronome at 95. Just so you get an idea of how fun this piece is and what it can sound like when it's a lot faster. Etc. So I hope that you find this video helpful, and this is a great piece where we can work on so many aspects of our technique. Main one is coordination. Make sure that you play it slowly to really coordinate every single note. This piece incorporates a lot of the things that we've taught in class. Like we worked a lot of 4th position and how to shift there. Make sure, don't forget to always bring your thumb with you when you shift. So always bring your entire hand. Make sure that your elbow comes with you. Never leave your elbow or your thumb behind. Yeah, there's a lot of dynamics and crescendos, diminuendos, retardandos, just a lot of details that I already discussed earlier in this video, so just make sure that you pay attention to those and just have fun. I'll see you on the next tutorial for the 2nd page later.